from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Christian McCaffrey.
The numbers for McCaffrey last week: 21 carries, 102 yards, and a touchdown.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff, because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
And there's a catch by Christian McCaffrey, and he plays a huge role in the passing attack. He's caught over 100 passes each of the last 2 years, so he is a defense's nightmare, because how do you identify him before the snap on every play? Is he a running back? Is he a receiver? Do you guard him with a defensive back, a linebacker? Whatever you do, he tends to have the answer himself and ends up making big plays.
17 yards.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brought down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
That's to McCaffrey, complete. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
5 yards.
That's a nice clip and save sequence there defensively, because they did everything as they would have wanted to. They forced the 3rd down, blanketed the field with coverage, nowhere to go with the football, forced the dump off to the back, and even then they closed quickly and got him down behind the line of scrimmage. You name it, they did it well in that last sequence.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And right away, he lost the football. And this will go out of bounds, and they're still short of the line to gain, so this is going to be a turnover on downs here.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
12 yards there and a 1st down.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. A 1,000-yard rusher a year before. The first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
10 more there and another 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got a bike. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down.
That's another.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They go play action. Cousins. A battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Goal to go.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that would be pinpoint here.
As I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Incomplete.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Back to the ground. Cook. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on third and goal. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. He probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be fourth down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though.
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of looks like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle there by Clay Matthews.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Bridgewater now on second down. Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a pickup of 6. First down, Carolina.
And there's Christian McCaffrey with another run CMC as he's known in the Carolina area. Easily the most productive running back in the league last season. 2,392 yards from scrimmage. He's just so dangerous every time he gets the football. Whether you hand it to him, throw it to him out of the backfield, just imagine if they had the guts to let him return kicks as well. This guy is a true triple threat.
On second and 11 now. Bridgewater. And he's got the hook up to Moore. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible. Hope he's got man-to-man coverage and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Open man is Anderson. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 30. Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass and they get 12 yards out of it. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw is Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on second down. Bridgewater. And he's going to go picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Escaping the pressure right. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there. And he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
The field goal is good. That ties the game at 3-3.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The Vikings take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Well, a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd down and 10.
Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
And this one complete to Smith. And he's taken down inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
They'll throw again. Cousins. He will find the rookie from LSU. That's Justin Jefferson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And this is Cook with the grab. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. And there the counter play proves successful for the touchdown. What typically makes a counter play in general successful, Charles?
What you're trying to do, Brandon, is to get the team moving in one direction, meaning the defense. Get them going in one direction and then wall them off with your blocking and bring it back in the other direction. That way, you don't actually have to punish them with your blocking. You just position them. And if you have any kind of a good back, he'll take full advantage of it and gain good yardage.
Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense. Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. be lucky to have that one back. Third down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On third down, Bridgewater. He finds Roberts, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
First down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run-blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. That's Anthony Barr coming in from his linebacker spot to bring him to the ground.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw, Bridgewater. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's fourth down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he's able to get it. 33, good enough for a first down. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 17-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So Bridgewater needing to work a little magic after that sack on a 3rd and long. From the gun, Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete.
Well, with the dive lift that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
38-yard attempt.
Rosa's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4.
Makes the score Vikings 10, Panthers 6.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's like you're going negative on it.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-point drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
23-yard line.
And now out comes Minnesota. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the out.
Now they'll be tipped and intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
It's caught by Roberts. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. That one complete to Anderson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Carolina.
Seth Roberts, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
It worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
And this one will not be handled. It's into the end zone for a touchback. Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession. 35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on 1st down. To throw is Cousins. And he slings one that's incomplete. Justin Jefferson, the rookie, his intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
A 2nd down throw for Cousins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. This is McCaffrey on the give. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1.
Midfield. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Panthers.
So we've hit halftime. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Vikings 10.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And this carries into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
5-yard line.
Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Open man here is Conklin. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
4-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
A first down for Minnesota. Cousins finding Thielen.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
20 more yards.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
From the gun, here's Cousins. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
First down. First and goal at the 9-yard.
To the air again, it's Cousins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. It oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. It's a 4-point game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
35-yard line.
Sack of the season.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Short yardage, Bridgewater. And he's got some space here. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you could see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end, because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working. But how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Second and 11. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that is incomplete. There's a lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Up even further for 3rd and long. Throwing, Cousins. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get 15, but they still need it a little bit more. 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
And down inside the 15 he goes. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
Again, the ball carrier.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draw.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Yetur Gross-Matos, the rookie. That's why they drafted him, getting in there and making the play defensively. If you want a lesson on how to defeat an offensive tackle, that was pretty textbook.
Is that a clip and save? That's what's going to go around the league, and people are going to watch that and say, my goodness, that's how you do it? And I feel awful for the offensive tackle because we always talk about the athleticism of that guy who just beat him. Well, you have to be athletic to try and block that guy. Just in this case, the defense won.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. His throw caught right around the 6. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away.
And he'll get him. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Extra point up and good by Bailey, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
28-yard line.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Bridgewater going to lead the Panthers up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
9 yards.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Roberts got it. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 17 yards on the pickup, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
First down, Carolina.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41.
Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Bridgewater on first down. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Teddy Bridgewater. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers have got it back to a one-score game.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful, and the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Take over 1st and 10.
So here are the Vikings to take over. It's no secret they have been struggling big time. They've gone 2 months without a win, 8 straight losses. But right now, they do have the lead. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line.
Down at the 23.
Rasul Douglas there to get him down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, this is my favorite band, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Cousins gives way to Cook. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. A give. This is Cook. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Dalvin Cook.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 31-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball, his offense, they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as long. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a 4th quarter advantage.
It's a gain of 8.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
4-yard line.
Back to the ground. This time Cook. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. 24 yards. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And let's not forget he had the receiving touchdown earlier. Now a trio of rushing touchdowns. Quite a performance.
Diversification. That's all you can talk about. His ability to do everything leaves him on the field on every down on offense because you can hand it to him as we've seen. But you said 3 rushing touchdowns, and of course throw it to him where he's caught 1 as well.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this carries into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line.
He'll throw from the gun.
That'll be taken in by Anderson. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Robbie Anderson.
The end result, 21 yards.
21 yards.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. To throw is Bridgewater. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now a man open down the middle of the field.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
It's a gain of 8.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
2nd down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. Open man is Anderson. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Yards to go.
Bridgewater to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Cook. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yeah. They run it again with Cook. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
He went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on.